Welcome to Fashion, Faith, and Flair. Today's fashion message is stop the whining and win with your closet. I have 3 closets and I have a confession. I am a closet hoarder. I have been known to hold on to things for decades and I've made excuses over the years. And I want to go over some of those excuses and help you how to win with your closet. So one of the first excuses that I've used is that my body type has changed. And I was at one point over 300 pounds, so I had larger clothes. And on top of that, those clothes, I wore a few sizes larger than I actually was, which actually didn't work because it made me look bigger than I was anyway, and I was trying to hide my body. And obviously, I wasn't hiding anything. I was what I was. Anyway, I'm sure there are people that can relate to the idea that you're up and down in weight. And so certainly that's been my story. The other excuse I've made is I actually developed a new style a few years ago. I was no longer in the technology field and I wanted to return to my fashion love and passion. And so I decided to create a whole new style. And even though I had released some weight, and I say release because if you lose weight, you'll find it. So I had released weight and I knew I was on the downward trend because I was getting help for my issues with food through a 12-step program. So I decided to start looking at thrift stores and estate sales so I could, as I was losing weight, I could find clothes that I liked and not have to pay a lot. So I completely changed my style. And at that time, I started making these wearable art, one-of-a-kind hats. And when I would show them at fashion shows, I knew I had to put the models in something to create the total look. So I started buying vintage clothes and I bought them in all different sizes. And I ended up styling people, and I would sell some of those clothes when I had a pop-up shop, but I was actually getting more clothes than I needed. And it wasn't like I was wearing them. They were not meant for me. So that was something that was piling on inside the closet. So there are some tips for the people out there who call themselves closet hoarders like me. And I'm sure there are people out there that maybe are closet hoarders, but they're just in denial. So just keep that in mind. So one thing that I've learned is don't buy something for just one occasion. Let me give you an example. The beginning of this year, I had an opportunity to go to a masquerade ball, and they were going to have some prizes for the best dressed couple and some other different prizes. And so I asked a friend of mine if he would want to fly into Nashville to go to it. Thomas said he would. He'd love to do it. So he came up with the idea that we could dress like Black Swan. And I thought that was an awesome idea because black is my favorite color, and I thought I could come up with a really interesting outfit and we could coordinate it together. So I had ordered several things online, and they came in and they just didn't look right on me. I was trying to, not spend a lot of money. That seems to be a theme in my life. And so I saw that Macys, one of their department stores, was going out of business. And I used to work in department store management, and I've liquidated stores before. So I know that you can get some great deals, and the farther along on the sale, the better the deal's going to be. So I go over to Macys, and unfortunately, that liquidation sale had only been going on for like a month, so the discounts weren't that deep. But I go up into the ladies' department, and I see this dress, and I'm like, oh my God, I love this dress. It was a high-low black Calvin Klein dress, and I looked at the price, and I about fell out because it was $299, and the discount was only 25% off, so it wasn't a huge dip in the price. And so I made the mistake of going into the fitting room and telling myself, well, this dress is a 16. There's no way it's going to fit. It's not a woman's size. It's not going to fit me. Well, I put it on and it fit, and I loved it. I mean, not just liked it, but loved it. And I thought to myself, oh my God, I cannot pay $299 for this dress, even if it is 25% off. Add in the tax, you're still back up to $250. And so I decided to hang it back up on the rack and then take a walk in the mall. And I'm trying to think of all these occasions I could wear it. And this was in January of this year. So it was before we knew anything about a pandemic. So I was like, well, I could wear it to the masquerade ball, and then I could wear it to Knoxville Fashion Week when I show my hats, and then I could wear it to Nashville Fashion Week because I'm going to attend one of the events, and I'm planning on going to the opera at the end of the year. I could wear it to the opera. And so I called my sister, who's the most logical one in our family, and I thought, oh, she's going to talk me out of this. No. She said, Cindy, she goes, you don't spend a lot on your clothes. She said, you've got so many places you want to wear it. She goes, go ahead and get it. So I bit the bullet and I went back, I bought the gown, and it turns out Thomas and I won the best dressed couple. So it was a $200 prize. And so I wanted to split it with Thomas. He's my friend. And he goes, no, you keep it. He would not take the money. I said, come on, Thomas. He said, no. I said, well, what can I do? And he goes, you can take me out next time I come to town. He said, you can buy me tea and cake. I said, okay, I'll take you out for tea and cake. So my point of the story is I had ideas where I could wear that dress more than one time. So just keep that in mind when you're shopping. Another tip is don't buy or keep items that do not fit. Now, I am famous for that because, as I stated earlier, my weight's gone up and down, and I would look at things and go, well, someday I'll lose weight and I'll be able to wear them again. Well, here's the thing. The older we get, our style changes due to our lifestyle. We change our minds, what we like. No one stays stuck. So if you think you're going to wear that item from 10, 15 years ago that doesn't fit, even if it does fit, you're not going to wear it. And I proved that because I released over 100 pounds, 150, something like that. And there was no way I was going to wear those items. So they eventually got donated. So that's one of my next tips is make some tough decisions. Either donate them, give them away to someone you know, or sell them. And sometimes you just have to tell yourself, look, I'm not going to wear this. It's sitting in my closet. It's not being used by anyone. It needs to bless someone. So another tip, which is one of the most important tips, is when you buy something, get rid of something else. So I do that especially with shoes. If I'm buying a pair of shoes, which I love shoes, I have gotten to a point where if one pair is coming in, one pair is going out. And that's in any clothing that I purchase. And I've cut way back, trust me. You need to know your wardrobe inside out. That's something that's essential to know. Now, I told you I had 3 closets, and I could get a lot in those closets. And sometimes I'll be looking at something like, oh, I didn't know I had that. Well, that's an indication I have too much stuff. And I'm trying to become a minimalist. I got a long way to go, but it's progress, not perfection. Accessories and bold accessories to an outfit, adding that to an outfit makes it pop. So make sure you're adding color. Now this one is a hard one for me because I prefer black. Black is my favorite color. And as you can see what I'm wearing today, I'm wearing leopard, and this is all from thrift stores. And I say add a scarf. Scarves are important. Now some people say, Cindy, I'm not a scarf person. Well, then add a necklace. And speaking of jewelry, I've got jewelry on to coordinate with this, and accessories will make or break an outfit. And my accessories, I take costume jewelry and I will weave it in with the fine jewelry. So you just got to think outside that fashion box. or dress outside that fashion box, I like to say. Stock up on jewelry, costume jewelry, when appropriate, wear jewelry. And when in doubt, I say this a lot, when in doubt, don't. So if you're standing in front of the mirror and you don't know, well, should I add this necklace or this, and you can't decide, don't do it. Just don't add it. Make clothes work for you. Accentuate your positive attributes. There's so much in today on the internet that everyone wants to look like what they're not, and you really need to love yourself. And as we age, our bodies change, our facial changes, our faces change, everything changes. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's wonderful. The aging process is beautiful. There is beauty in age. And I am a big proponent of not being hung up on that. Not worrying about, well, I don't want anyone to know that. I'll tell you right now, I'm 59 years old. I'll be 60 next year. So I'm not hung up about it. I'm like, wow, I've survived this earth for 59 years. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm ready to go for 59 more. Well, maybe not 59 more, but I'm ready to go. So, and the main thing is love the clothes that you have, love them. And if you don't love them, get rid of them. I can't say it any more simply than that. You have to make your clothes work for you. Accentuate what you love about yourself. And if it's a garment that's not working, again, let someone else get some use out of it. So if you have any comments about how you're winning with your wardrobe or any suggestions, I would love to see them in the comment section. And if you like the video, please hit the like key. And if you want to subscribe to get notified, I post twice a week. So I hope that you have a fashion-filled, fun day, and I'll see you next time.